have these little floral sort of ornamental shapes cut out, and they seem quite detailed. And the easiest way for me to get such a shape is to use something simple, which is folding the paper and thinking back to when you make those holiday decorations of snowflakes. So I folded the paper into quarters and then one more time. Cut an arch. Nice curved edge. And cut a little tip there. And you can open it up and get a form like that. Now, you can cut anything you want with the paper stencils. You can fold the paper in half and make it, use the paper that way to get something that is silhouetted. Cut organic shapes, cut the silhouette of an animal, whatever it is. It works lovely to have a high contrast with the clay body and another surface put on top. Since I'm working flat, I'm using this paper. I'm wetting the tile, and you can either lay out your composition and then spray and tap down the paper so you get a really good connection. That's the most important part about this process. Whatever you do, make sure that there's not a gap in between the paper and the clay, because otherwise your slip or underglaze will sneak under there and leave a blob. This is a great technique over a dark clay body. If you have a terracotta and you use paper stencils and put a lighter, high contrast slip underneath, get some really nice qualities. Okay. When something's a little bigger, sometimes I take the rubber rib and just make sure it's on there. So I'm using a peach and an orange underglaze. And you can just put one solid color across this, but I want to show you how you can blend the colors in a palette beside you or else right onto the tile. So I'm going to get a nice coat of the lighter peach on here, let it dry just a little bit, and then add some darker areas. So I have a fairly solid coat of the peach underglaze on, and then I blended a little bit of the peach with a bright orange to get an in-between shade, and I'm just working that in various areas. One of the reasons why I'm adding the orange to this is to show that I can blend the underglazes right on the piece and to add a little bit more contrast, because this is a fairly white clay body when it's fired, and the peach underglaze isn't a very high contrast against that white underglaze. So my preferred tool for lifting these is a very sharp X-Acto blade, because if you have something that is dull, it's difficult to grab onto the paper and you may make a number of marks into your piece. And so now I have those soft blended lines, soft blended colors next to that very crisp edge.